founded HenHouse Brewing Company very organically. We started as a nano brewery. We were making beer 2 barrels at a time, and we rapidly moved to an alternating proprietorship. We were renting space on somebody else's brew house to make our beer. In 2015, we moved to our current brewery in Santa Rosa, California, and then we did a pretty major expansion in 2018. At the time, we were doing about 8,000 barrels, and so it became pretty clear that QuickBooks was not going to cut it. Crafted was definitely best for our current needs in terms of production, inventory, and sales management, but also, as we continue to grow, Crafted continues to provide ways for us to grow into it. For us, Crafted is the system of record on all things beer, and so it is how we communicate most effectively as a team. When we implemented it, we kind of toyed with the demand planning thing, but at 8,000 barrels, it wasn't really necessary. Now, 19,000 barrels last year, we definitely need demand planning software, and that's been really cool to have that there to be able to bring it up and grow into it. We use Crafted pretty aggressively to really understand what it costs to make beer. And that kind of clarity only comes from having a system that has that level of detail in it. But actually understanding what drives cost in beer empowers us to make decisions around that, make investments around that, and to create more profitable beer in the long term. The Doozy team really helped us with designing a sales flow around self-distribution, which at the time we were self-distributing 99% of our beer. As we've grown and we've transitioned to working through wholesalers, the Doozy teams helped us identify new tools that we can be using. All of these things are support that we've received from Doozy that's allowed us to continue to evolve as a brewery. We have 2 tasting rooms, a brewery, and a brew pub. If we had to store everything exactly where it needed to be used, we just wouldn't have enough space. So being able to use Crafted to manage bulk inventory across multiple locations has afforded us the ability to get price breaks on larger ordering. As we've grown, a lot of the financial compliance work that our outside accountants have wanted us to develop has been stuff that's waiting for us in Crafted in terms of 3-part confirmation on financial transactions, chain of custody, particularly in terms of excise tax compliance. We have our annual budget by department and by location fully integrated so that we can get month-by-month reporting on how we're performing to budget, which has been pretty significant in terms of getting specific about where we are doing good, where we can improve. Crafted's given us all of those tools in a very easy-to-use format. I don't think people understand how stressful it can be to run a really complicated manufacturing business, and that's what a brewery is. There's a lot of opportunities for people to feel like somebody else isn't doing their job or that this thing isn't happening the way that I want it to. All of that stress can create a bad work environment, right? It can create competition between teams who should be working together. We get rid of a lot of that conflict by having a central repository of truth. Whereas if you're running everything through spreadsheets, there's so much room for human error, someone's always going to get blamed. And then that person's going to have resentment. It creates all these team issues. So it's weird to talk about an ERP as a way to get the team to get along better, but it's super true. Everybody's much happier not having the infinite spreadsheet sprawl that makes everybody stressed out and mad at their teammates. Enterprise resource planning is like a big, complicated thing. Any ERP that you use, you will get out what you put in. And working with the Doozy team, we put a lot of effort into Crafted and making it work for us and making it support our needs, and we've gotten a lot out of it because of it. Breweries are all beautiful, unique snowflakes. No two of us are alike. Being able to build out something that is directly relevant to the way your brewery works has been really massively beneficial to us, and the Doozy team's always been very supportive in that.